Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Strip by Sia, your podcast for strippers, sex workers, and all the fancy naked people in between. I am your host, Steph Sia, aka Kimchi on stage. I am actually, and I apologize for the lateness on this episode, I'm actually in LA at the moment. I'm on vacation. I really think it's important to give myself a break. I had full intentions on getting this out, but of course when you're on vacation, when you're on the road, and when you're driving down from Canada to LA, things can get a little bit hectic. So thanks so much for your patience. Plus, it was Christmas yesterday, so Merry Christmas for anyone who listens in. If not, Happy Holidays to you. So it's just been a really, really busy time, but I wanted to take a few minutes to just come on here and thank everyone for 100 episodes. And also to conclude that this is like the season 3 closer. So this is the finale just for the season. There are still episodes coming out. I'm sorry if I gave a heart attack to anybody and was like, why isn't there any episodes today? Yes, 100 episodes, huge accomplishment. Wow, I am super proud and like so excited that I finally made it here to 100 official episodes. Technically, it's 122, including all the bonuses and mini-series that I've had. But I just want to thank you to all the listeners out there, all of the fantastic guests that I've had on, over 100 different and amazing guests, each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And yeah, like everyone who listens in, everyone who writes questions and participates and engages, thank you so much. I cannot express my gratitude for each and every one of you. I never thought that this podcast would be going into its 4th season. So it's really a huge accomplishment for me, and also just really cool to have reached so many different people from around the globe and just connect with so many sex workers in the community. It really seems like the community is both small and large at the same time, and there's still so much for me to uncover. So again, thank you, and thank you. I was really wanting to bring someone cool and amazing and make episode 100 really huge. But, since the holidays, since I've been pretty much burnt out for a little bit, I didn't want to give myself that extra pressure. And I do have an episode recorded for season 4, so you can expect that next week for sure. I'm not done the episode yet. This is still a mini episode, so you can expect, some really cool things for season 4. But I really want to just wrap up season 3 because it was quite a bit of a roller coaster. We started off with Adri Rose, which the whole season, I think, like she really set the tone for something that was like, really setting the political tone, I guess, for the podcast. The way that she expressed her curiosity and her passion for how financial institutions treat sex workers, I think that kind of set the tone for a lot of things that happened this year, including some things that we covered, like the OnlyFans fiasco, other political issues that us sex workers go through in terms of laws and policies, and a lot of things that we can and cannot do, things that, continue to bar us from just being ourselves. So I think that really set the tone for the season, and it's really interesting because season 1 was kind of all over the place. Season 2, I think, became a bit more political nature and also just kind of mentioning all the different issues that we go through. And then season 3 has been really interesting for me, and I would say that it was a really exploratory season. I was really not shy about shedding my curiosity and blurring and bending the lines of like what is considered as sex work, what is considered art, what is considered healing. Sex workers, as you know, we are all magical human beings, and we offer a lot of things. We play a really important role in society, and I think it was really important for me to channel that and to show and demonstrate how many different forms of sex work there are. And there still is so much that I have yet to uncover, and I will be continuing to investigate and report on and bring on really, really cool guests on. I have a few people in mind for some future episodes. As you know, each episode is highly curated. Each episode is by invitation only. And it takes work to do this. Free labor, I would mention. So thank you to all the people that have donated funds, people who have joined my OnlyFans, people who have sent money to my PayPal because I don't have a Patreon. More on that later. So really, really thank you so much because it is truly a labor of love. And I wouldn't be doing this or continuing to do this if it wasn't for everyone out there and, for people that are curious about the topic of sex work and the industry. So thank you for that. Yeah, as I mentioned, season 4, we're going to have more great guests on, more inquisitive topics, going to go into more current issues, and diving deeper into other forms of sex work. I'm not going to be editing this episode. I need to go out for dinner after this. But yeah, I mentioned Patreon. I guess we'll kind of go into some announcements. I don't want to really announce everything just yet because I need to kind of put all my ducks in tow, but there's going to be hopefully 3 big things happening in the first quarter of the year. So I want everyone to kind of stay tuned for that. Patreon might be a hint on one of those ones just because a lot of people have been asking, do you have a Patreon? Do you have this, that? And I think that would be a real cool way of further connecting with the community. And also, if you need some more bonus content or like inside scoop or maybe episodes like early on, bonus, whatever. I think it would be kind of cool. I'm still juggling and playing around with the idea, but feel free to chime in if this is something you might be interested in. Because it's been requested a lot. I just don't know if I have the bandwidth for it, but do chime in. Do let me know if you think that's a good idea, if you are interested, or if that would be something you'd be interested in. That'd be really, really cool to hear from you. So, yes. 2 other big announcements. Again, I'm not going to say anything, but digital and physical are the only hints I will let you all know about. So stay tuned on that and continue to listen. And I guess that's pretty much it. I just want to say that, there's always been a continuous push in regards to the mission of this show. And the mission of the podcast was always, since day one, to destigmatize sex work through education, because I always feel it's a better way to kind of get the word out. And it's the best way to destigmatize the industry is to talk about it, spark conversations, open discussion, and teach people what sex work is all about. So I hope that this show will continue to do that. I hope future episodes will continue to do that. That's certainly something I'm going to be rooting for and pushing for. So stay tuned. And if you have any requests on topics, I know a lot of people would have been messaging me about different things and I want to be on your show and do a topic on this. Be specific. Tell me specifically who you want me to interview. If you know someone, if you have someone in mind, that would be super grateful. Give me an intro. Lots of people have requesting to be on the show, and I have said this before. Make sure you pitch me. As I mentioned, the show is by invitation only, and it's curated for the topics itself. So basically how my process is that I think of a topic. I have a topic that I've been researching or I've been curious about, and then I do my research on the topic, and then I try to find someone in the community and connect with that person. And it usually takes a couple weeks, if not longer, or if not shorter. Who knows? It just depends. So because I have to kind of try to find people to vouch for them or do research on them just to see that they would be a good fit. So it would really be helpful if you want to be in the show. Feel free to pitch. Remember that each episode is about an hour long or so. So you have to have enough juice to talk for that long. And have a focal point and have your subtopics ready. So I love to hear people's different talk points in terms of like the different topics and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, I'm like rambling on at this point. I need food. But that's pretty much it. It's just a mini short episode. If you could even call this an episode. But yeah, this is episode 100. This is season 3 finale. Going to have season 4 up next week, next Sunday. New episodes every Sunday. And if you haven't already liked, rate, shared, reviewed, rated 5 stars, and subscribed, I would totally love that. Your support really helps podcast. It helps me get the show out there and continues to motivate me. So yeah, please do that if you have a spare minute with your honest feedback. So that would be great. But anyways, I am heading back on the road up Highway 1 on the California coast tomorrow. So I gotta get some food, get some rest tonight. But hope everyone has had an amazing holiday. Happy Boxing Day to all my fellow Canadians. And I'll catch everyone in the new year. Happy New Year, everyone. Stay tuned. Bye. You're listening to Strip by Sia, hosted, produced, and edited by Steph Sia, artwork by Maria Bellandarama, music by Ted D, and photography by Ian Dabburn.